Hey y'all, welcome to day 11. Today's yoga focus is connecting to our boundaries, figuring out which boundaries in our life are really serving us and maybe which boundaries are holding us back a little bit. I think so often I've been seeing a lot of people say, I need to say yes more. I need to do more, try more different things, say yes, get out there and put myself out there. But on the opposite end of that, sometimes we need to say no more. Sometimes we do a little too much for others or give more of our energy that we're not receiving enough back or recharging enough for ourselves. So it's kind of figuring out that balance between which boundaries are serving us and which boundaries are maybe hindering us or holding us back. And a quote that I really like about boundaries is, the only people who get upset when you set boundaries are those who benefited from you having none. So if you do put up a boundary, maybe in a relationship, a friendship, anything like that, and someone gets upset, maybe check in with where that's coming from and if that relationship or person is serving you. So we'll start on hands and knees today. We're going to do a lot of shoulder strengthening as well as dolphin pose, which is really fun. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And just starting with a gentle cat and cow. Inhale, dropping the belly, opening through the heart. And exhale, rounding the spine, coming into cat. Repeating that again. Inhale, opening the heart. Cow pose. And exhale, cat pose. Coming to a neutral spine, and we'll do something we haven't done before, a little bit of shoulder strengthening. So really simple, it's kind of like shoulder push-ups. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna drop the heart down, reaching the shoulders towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, we'll push the heart towards the ceiling. We're not involving the lower back though, this is just in the shoulders. So it's kind of a cat and cow just in the shoulders. So inhale, dropping down. And exhale, pushing the shoulders towards the ceiling. We'll do that 5 more times, dropping it down, reaching it up. Still engaging the core. Inhale, drop it down, reaching it back up. 3 more times at your own pace. Might feel a little bit of fire in there, that's very normal. And then opening the knees wide, coming into child's pose, stretching the arms out in front of you. Inhaling here. And walking the hands over to the left side of the mat, stretching into the body, the upper back. Walking hands back to center and then stretching over to the right. Placing the forehead down when you arrive. Walking the hands forward to center. Coming up and then coming all the way onto our bellies. Preparing for Sphinx pose, which we did earlier this week. So extending the arms out in front of you. Again, you can check your elbows. And to kind of emphasize that shoulder strengthening we were just doing, remember opening through the heart, reaching the heart forward, but also releasing the shoulders away from the ears. You can kind of nod the head no to make sure that the shoulders and neck are relaxed. And of course, you can always tuck the chin towards the chest. One more breath here, inhaling. And exhale, lowering down, placing the arms down by the sides, palms facing down, the forehead will meet the mat. Inhale, raising the chest and arms off the ground, pushing through the tops of the feet. It's kind of like a cobra without the arms. And exhale, releasing down. Repeating this again, this time opening through the chest. The feet will actually rise off this time. And exhale, releasing down. Last time, inhale, opening all the way up. Exhale down, hands come underneath the shoulders. And reaching back just for a brief child's pose. From child's pose, we'll come up to hands and knees, stepping the feet back to plank pose. So when you step the feet back to plank, we'll find a little bit longer of a stance and then place the knees down. So it's a little bit longer than a typical tabletop. Inhaling here, exhale, bending the elbows, pulling the elbows in towards the chest and placing the chin on the ground. On your next inhale, reaching back up. We'll do that 2 more times. So exhale as you lower and inhaling up. Last time, exhale, lowering down. Inhale up, tucking the toes under, downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet out, bending into one knee and then the other. And then slowly raising the right leg up, inhaling. Exhale, stepping the right foot forward, preparing for warrior one. The left heel will reach down. 90-degree bend in that right leg and the arms raise up. Interlacing the fingers behind the back, opening up through the chest. So we're stretching the shoulders in the opposite direction now. Opening up, and as you exhale, stretch the heart forward. Coming into humble warrior. Again, this doesn't have to be very deep. You can come a little bit lower if you'd like. Just really making sure that we're not just straightening the arms. We're keeping the arms slightly bent and reaching the palms towards one another. Inhale back up to center, reaching the arms high for a moment. And then exhale, releasing the arms down, stepping back to plank. Practicing what we did before, we dropped the knees down, the chin and the chest come down, and then opening into cobra. And exhaling, downward facing dog. Raising the left leg up on the inhale. And exhale, stepping the left foot forward between the hands. The right heel comes down. Preparing for warrior one, we'll raise the arms up. Interlacing the fingers behind the back. Switching the grip this time so the opposite pinky's on top. Opening up through the heart. And exhale, leading the chest come forward. If you do find yourself really low and you want to bring that left shoulder inside of that left thigh, that's fine. Slowly coming back up, raising the arms on the inhale. Exhale, placing the hands down, stepping back to plank, knees drop down. The chin and the chest drop down. The hips are still high. And then inhale, opening into cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Shaking the head yes and no when you arrive, pedaling out the feet. And then slowly step or hop towards the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, leading with the heart. And exhale, fold. Bending through the knees, inhale, raising the arms up, opening through the heart. And exhale, right into our forward fold again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, placing the hands down, keeping that up, what we've been doing. Release the knees down and then the chin and the chest, the hips are high. Inhaling into cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Raising the right leg up on the inhale and stepping that right foot forward between the hands. The left heel comes down, coming back to warrior one. Interlacing the fingers behind the back again, opening up through the chest, maybe a gentle back bend this time, reaching the hands down while the heart rises. And then exhale, humble warrior. Inhale back up, raising the arms high. Placing the hands down, that back heel raises, stepping back to plank. Knees, chest, and chin. Inhaling into cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Raising the left leg up on the inhale. And exhale, stepping that left foot forward. Right heel comes down. Raising up for warrior one. Interlacing your fingers behind the back again, switching your grip just to stay balanced. Opening up through the chest, gentle heart opener here. And then exhale, leading with that chest, humble warrior. Inhaling back up to center, releasing the clasp, the arms raise high. Exhaling, hands come down, that back heel raises, stepping back to plank. Last time, knees, chest, chin. Inhaling into cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Placing the knees down and coming to child's pose. Again, if the shoulders are a little tired, you can always bring the arms down by the heels. Find a little bit more release. 3 breaths here. Inhaling through the nose. And sigh it out the mouth. Again, inhaling. And exhaling. Last time, inhaling. And exhaling. Slowly coming up to sit on the heels for a moment as we prepare for dolphin pose. So this is a nice time to check in with your boundaries of what your body needs physically today. You might try this pose, you might try some different variations, and you might add on with us or not, and it's up to you. So be sure with what you need in your body and don't push any boundaries physically. So we're setting up for dolphin. It's pretty much a downward facing dog, but the forearms are on the ground. So we'll set up just like Sphinx, checking our elbows, and you can either place the hands on the ground or you'll interlace the fingers, making sure to tuck that pinky under so that we're not putting all the weight on the pinky. And you can clasp the hands or have them flat. It's up to you. Then you'll tuck the toes under and raise the hips high. You might walk the feet in a little bit to find your pose. Engaging the core. See if the shoulders are reaching towards the ears. See if you can relax the shoulders away from the ears. You might have a gentle bend in the legs. And from here, we'll take one more breath. And exhale, releasing the knees down, shifting the hips back. So dolphin is a really nice variation to use if you have any wrist injuries, but you want to keep doing downward facing dog. And it's also just a nice variation to change up your practice. So for this round, we're going to add on another sequence to this. Of course, you can stay in stillness or rest depending on what you need. For this, I'm going to recommend that everyone uses the clasp. Again, that bottom pinky comes to the inside of the palm, and we'll place the hands down. Raising the hips up, tucking the toes under, coming to dolphin pose. Finding a little bit of movement here, we'll inhale, reaching the head towards the hand, and then exhale, pushing the hips back. The hips are going to stay high here versus coming to plank. So inhale, coming forward, coming onto the toes, and exhale, coming back. 3 more times. Inhale, coming forward, and exhale, coming back. Inhale, forward. Really strengthening into the shoulders. Exhale, back. Pulling the core towards the spine. One last round. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Releasing the knees down. Child's pose. Again, arms forward or down by the heels. Again, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. Last time, inhaling and exhaling. Slowly walking the hands forward, and we'll come onto our stomachs. And this is a really nice just counter stretch for all of the opening we've done in the shoulders. We'll start in Sphinx pose. We'll just be here briefly, I promise. And we'll lengthen up into seal, dropping the right arm down, and then the left arm crosses in front. Depending on how it feels, you can bring the arms a little bit forward or closer in. And then, again, you can cross the arms super tight, or you can bring the elbows a little more relaxed. We're just trying to feel a little bit of a stretch in the upper back. The chin can relax onto the arms, or you can always place a pillow or a block underneath the forehead. Possibly closing the eyes here. Checking in with the breath in the belly. letting the stomach really fully expand and release. And to switch sides, we'll release the left arm first onto the ground, then the right arm stretching through both arms for a moment. And now the left arm comes under and then the right arm crosses over that. Again, relaxing the chin onto the arms, finding your pose on this side. It might feel a little bit different because each side probably isn't perfectly equal. One more breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Bringing the arms back to center. And we'll actually just roll right onto our backs for Shavasana. Bending the knees towards the chest, rocking side to side. And taking a moment to just thank yourself. That was a lot. That was awesome. And even if you took it really easy or maybe pushed through some boundaries, you did exactly what you needed today. And that's what this is all about. Placing the feet down on the ground, extending the legs long, and arms will come down by the sides. Again, letting gravity hold you and allowing yourself this rest. Finding some gentle movements in the fingers and toes. Allowing the breath to become deep and full. And bending through the knees. Rolling over onto either side. And slowly pushing yourself up to a comfortable seat. I'll bring the hands together in front of the heart center. Always know that the light and love within me is very honored and proud to witness the light and love within each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. That was not easy and your shoulders might be feeling it. So just take some rest today, take care of yourself, and maybe take a little bit of time to decide whether you're wanting to create more boundaries around saying yes, or maybe more boundaries around saying no. If you want to leave it in the comments, I'd love to see where everyone's at about that. And also, if you want to connect with me, I'm on Instagram as EmilyHenderson_yoga. And also YOGATX is on Instagram and Facebook as well. Thank you so much and have a great day.